Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new hunter that arrived to the game, and that's Lennart Niermann, the new German hunter, the best hunter in Germany, as the supposedly manga tells you. And the story, I don't remember if the story in the game already reached that point, I don't think so, they haven't mentioned him yet, but if you read the manga, you will know that, or the novel, is considered the best hunter in Germany. I believe he's not a national level hunter, but I don't quite remember, maybe he is and I'm just misremembering. But he's considered really strong, and he kinda represents that in the game. And why does he represent that in game? Well, if we go see skills, we can see that his skills of defense. His core attack will make enemies attack each other, so it's a new ability. It's a nice ability to help you with your skills. His first basic skill, you can already see from the scale, it's a nuke. All of his skills are basically nukes. He deals a ton of damage. As you can see for this second basic skill, another huge scaling ability, and his ultimate, another huge scaling ability. So he deals a ton of damage, but he also has high cooldowns and high MP consumption. So even though you're going to deal a ton of damage, you will lose your MP really fast, and you will take a couple more seconds than usual to recover that ability, so you can go again. So if you do fast rotations, you might rotate and still have the abilities on cooldown, or you can rotate, use abilities, rotate, and you have no mana, you don't have abilities available to use. Maybe you have mana enough MP for one ability, but not both. He uses a ton of mana, so we do need some MP consumption reduction on our gems, maybe a couple MP consumption reduction on the artifacts, just so we can not lose our entire MP bar into rotations. For support, it's just some damage, nothing special, so it's really not useful for when you play Sang Jinwoo, and when he enters, it's a nice damage when he enters. His passive, when you use your ultimate, the Toad Symphony, you gain the Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark says that when the target has an active HP recovery or unrecoverable effect, the Hunter's Mark effect becomes the Hunter's Cage. So when you're going against an enemy that has an HP recovery ability or is unrecoverable, you can apply unrecoverable to targets like Shine's unrecoverable. You will get Hunter's Cage. And what's Hunter's Cage? Hunter's Cage increases your damage, the Lennart Niermann's damage, just his damage, by 30%, so it's a nice chunk of damage, considering that he has insane damage scaling numbers. He will deal a ton of damage. And when you use his first and second basic skill, you gain 6 instances of the analysis effect, and when you use your ultimate, you gain 12 instances. And the user's defense increases by 20% while the analysis effect is active. So when you gain the analysis, you gain 20% defense, which is good since it scales on defense, and you gain analysis. And what's analysis? You increase the target's damage taken from Lennart Niermann by 15%. So he's dealing 15% more damage to targets, and when you get hit, you lose one instance. It stacks 20 times, so if you lose the 20 stacks, you lose the analysis effect. Simple kit, it's basically a nuke. You go into him, you explode, and then you switch out. You're probably never going to use his skills. You're going to rotate into him again, use his skills, rotate, and when you go into him again, you might not have enough MP, so you might not even rotate for a while since you don't have enough MP, unless you have specifically built so we can do more rotations, but we'll lose a bit of damage to try and get that. So for the advancements, when you get to the 20 stacks, you activate Defensive Divination Circle. You don't lose or gain instances of the analysis effect, so you get the analysis constantly, you don't lose it. Increase your critical damage by 30% and your defense by 30% for 20 seconds, which is amazing, and it's a really good advancement. So if you're considering advancements, at least the first one is essential. The second one, he gets 30% more wind elemental damage, a nice buff to himself. The third one, when he uses the first, second, or ultimate basic skill or the ultimate, increases the duration of the attack zone that's created by 3 seconds. Whenever he deals an ability, he'll leave an attack zone that will deal damage constantly, and it will last a bit longer. And when win team members, including himself, use basic skills, Lennart recovers 3% of his MP and his power gauge gains 5% charge. So you really want the third advancement to make him work, since it will give you 3% of his MP. The more win team members you have that have low cooldowns on basic skills and spam basic skills, the more MP you charge for Lennart, and also his power gauge recharged by 5%. Which is amazing, and if you have this, you might want to go one hit kill, since we'll spam his ultimate, which is a nuke. All of his abilities are nukes. The fourth, for every wind ally, the defense of wind team members increases by 14%, and then you increase the HP of the team by 8%. So it's a good advancement. Most hunters have this type of advancement. And the last one, the Hunter's Cage effect is enhanced, so the Hunter's Cage is the one that increases your damage by 30%. If you don't have this advancement, it's probably 15%. They don't really mention it, I believe. They just say that Hunter's Cage effect, but don't specify what's the Hunter's Cage effect. I'll assume it's half of this number. And you gain 10 of the analysis when entering a stage, so half of your analysis stacks will be instantly gained when you enter the stage, and your ultimate decreases by 25 seconds. So if you have all of the advancements, it's going to spam his ultimate. I would say if you have all the advancements, one hit kill will make him quite strong, and probably one of the strongest hunters is in terms of DPS, since you're going to be spamming his ultimate constantly. You decrease the cooldown by 35 seconds, and one hit kill will also decrease his cooldown by 25 seconds, I believe, so it's 25%, I don't quite remember, we'll see. If we go here, I don't have one hit kill yet, I don't have enough artifacts for one hit kill. I recently did the cleanup, and I didn't know what Lennart did, so I didn't save any one hit kill artifacts that had the defense scaling as main stat or substat, so I don't really have right now. So if you're like me, I don't have one hit kill, you can go for the 8 infamy. 8 infamy is really good on him, since it will give him MP recursion, which is really good for him, and increase his basic skill ultimate skill damage by 100%, so it's going to basically double the damage of their abilities. As you saw, he has insane damage scaling numbers, so doubling that damage will be quite significant. So I would say you're going to probably want to go for the 8-piece infamy. If you don't have 8-piece infamy like myself, it's hard to get accessories for infamy. You can go 4-piece obsidian as well, it's really good. It's the best damage scaling for non-attack scaling units or hunters. So a combination of 4 infamy for obsidian. If you want, you can also use 4 iron wheel, probably not as good as 4 infamy, but it's still good. Or 2 infamy and 2 curse to get the bonus from the skills and the bonus from the generic damage increase. Of course, if you want to be okay, it's not it's 40% decrease. So if you want to go a different route, and I think it's going to be the best route if you have advancement 5, you can go for one hit kill to increase your ultimate skill damage by 25% and decrease your ultimate skill cooldown by 40%. This skill has 45 seconds cooldown, I believe. Yep, 45 seconds. If you reduce by 25 seconds, it will be 20 seconds cooldown, and if you reduce by 40%, it's going to be like 13, around between 10 and 15 seconds cooldown, maybe a bit less. Half of 20 will be 10, so half of 25 is 12.5. It's a bit less, so yeah, around 15 seconds cooldown. And if you have the third advancement, you will gain power gauge charge by 5% whenever any of your team members use your skills, so you're going to be spamming his ultimate basically off cooldown, and as we can see, he deals a massive amount of damage, so you can go for the one hit kill route and just spam his ultimate to deal as much damage as possible. For course, the middle one, just get an additional defense score, it doesn't matter the set, and defense penetration, damage increase, the ones you have less of, critical hit rate or critical damage. For the top one, the Nameless Demon, when you use the ultimate skill, increase your critical damage by 20% for 8 seconds. You want to use your ultimate as much as possible, so try to get one that has additional attack, but it's from the Nameless Demon's set, and for the last one, when you use your ultimate skill, they recover MP equal to 5% of their max HP. If you have the advancement 5, you will basically have both cooldowns pretty much aligned, so whenever you use your ultimate, you will have the cooldown up, so you're getting that 5% constantly. So this is a really good one for him. Since you have so little cooldown, you can use the Ancient Wraith artifact set, since it will, whenever you land a basic attack, 3 times you restore 3% of the power gauge. If you have advancement 5 and 1-hit kill, you will gain even more power gauge charge with this, so you will basically be ulting off cooldown, and since you'll be ulting off cooldown, the cooldown for the nameless demon will still be up when you use your ultimate, so it's better to go the Ancient Wraith's path. You can also have this one for a one-time MP recharge, which isn't that amazing, or if you really want, you can try the decrease MP recovery rate by 10% and skill MP consumption by 12%. So recover less MP, but you consume consume less, even less than the recovery you lose. So it should even out. So you can try the Teeth of the Watcher set instead of the Ancient Wraith. But if you go 1-hit kill with the advancement 5, this could be the best combination for the ultimate spam, which is probably going to be the best way, considering that you will lose so much mana that you're not going to do anything except use your ultimate. And if you have the third advancement, which you will have since you have the 5th advancement, you will gain MP when you use your basic skills, and your teammates use basic skills, so you should be able to use both skills and the ultimate whenever you rotate into him, which will make him really strong. And in that case, you're going to want to go for 1-hit kill and for obsidian, or for is it better to go for infamy? Maybe for set infamy, it's a bit less damage. No, it's better obsidian for you lose a ton of MP, so you're probably going to be below the 40% really fast, so it's probably better to go for infamy on the accessory set if you go for 1-hit kill. But since you have the third advancement, maybe for infamy is better. I can't really test it because I don't have the advancements yet, so I will leave it for you guys that have the advancements to try out. Even if it's not the perfect build for him, it might be a fun build to use and mess around, since with the cooldowns he has, the way you can maximize his ultimate that has so much damage built in, you could probably make a decent build for Lennart. And that's pretty much it for Lennart Niermann. Interesting kit, really high scaling kit, but also really MP consuming. So it's an hunter that you really need advancements to make work efficiently. If you don't have advancements, you will feel the MP consumption really fast. I will be dealing his first 2 rotations, and then from then on I will only be basically doing 1 skill for rotation. I will never have enough MP for him, because I still need to upgrade him better, so I'm not quite there yet, so I don't have the best course for him, so it still needs to be improved. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Lennart Niermann. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!